Okay, so this is going to be the first part of me reviewing my pedal board pedals for you guys. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in order of sequence, so just kind of logical that way, and so you guys can see the path in which all my signal goes through. And so first up, what I got is I've got my SpectraFlex cable here coming from my bass going right into my CS-3. Now, just a minute on the SpectraFlex cables. I don't know if you have any retailers around you where you can find them. We have a place in Virginia Beach called Alpha Music that has them. And what I love about SpectraFlex cables is that I like to move around a lot on stage, so I make lots of twists in the cable. But these are woven, and so they don't have memory for when they're curled up. So they always go back straight no matter how long you keep them in the case, and it helps you stay less tangled. This one's actually called the Fatso Flex. It's designed specifically for bass. It's a little bit thicker, so I'm having a hard time focusing. It's a little bit thicker, so I use that straight from my bass over here into the pedal board just to help make sure I got good signal going through. So the CS-3. All right, let's go zoom in here. This is obviously a guitar pedal made by Boss for guitar specifically, but this has specifically been modified for bass, and I'll show you here. It's got the sticker here, Humphrey Audio Ultra Bass Smasher. If you want to get this pedal, best thing to do is go straight to their website and order it from them pre-modified. They put a nice blue LED in there. It's very nice and bright. I like the different colored LEDs on my pedal board. There's 4 knobs: level, tone, get the LED off. Level, tone, attack, and sustain. And I've played around a little bit with these, but for the most part, I stay around where this is because this pedal is pretty powerful, and I don't want to do too much crazy with it. All I want to do is take the natural sound that I'm creating with the bass and just help keep it how I want it to sound by not only just sustaining the note, but also compressing what I'm doing as I play to make sure the sound is nice and consistent, and it's right in that perfect range of nice dynamic. Sometimes if you play too hard with your plucking hand, which is something I do when I get amped up on stage, you can go from sounding nice, smooth bass to kind of a clipping sound. And I'll try to give you a little bit of example, let you hear the differences of it being on, differences of it being off. So this is just the bass sound without it on. So a little bit of heavy on the right hand here. And then if you want to kind of notice the sustain here without it. And it's trailing off pretty good now. Now what I'm playing on an Ibanez BTB 905, it's a 5-string BTB. It maintains a full 19mm spacing for the 5-string. I'll go more into my bass another video. It's neck through, so it's got about the best sustain I've heard on a 5-string, which is why I love it. But there's always room for improvement, and this guy here helps me do that. So let's hear that same note sustained here with the pedal on. Sustained for days, as they would say in Spinal Tap. It's a much longer sustain, and of course it's all adjustable. You can change the sustain to go on up, and the level you can actually bring it back, feel the sound still in there. So you can get pretty crazy with it, but kind of what you end up happening is your wet signal ends up coming back over in volume of your initial hit, and it just doesn't sound natural. So we want to fool people into thinking that we're really awesome, and we want it to blend in. So I don't do anything crazy with it. I basically put the sustain between about 12 and 1 o'clock. Keep the level about even, because you will have some taper naturally, but pretty much any song that you play, if you want to hit a whole note for a measure, even 2, it'll hold good sustain for that amount. Anything longer than that's not really practical in real life. You can mess with the tone a little bit. The attack, I like to keep a little bit about between 1 or 2 o'clock, just with the amount that I've played with it. That seems to give me a nice just effect with it. So there you go. For the most part, that's the CS-3. Oh, and with the right hand playing heavy. So it just keeps it consistent all through, no matter how hard I play. Anywhere between medium and heavy, it's all going to output the same. So just really helps you get a nice consistent sound no matter how you play, and it gives you that sustain that you need, especially for us playing in worship, where you just want to hit a note, or say you're playing heavy instrumental and you come down on that fifth string, you want to hit a low note and just let it ring. It'll just really help that low note sustain and ring out. It's one of my favorite things to do. Just drop on a low note and just let that thing just rumble. Just let it rumble the house. Don't make it too busy, and just let it sustain. And it's really good. Sound guys will love it. You will love it. It's definitely worth it. So go to Humphrey Audio. It's the Bass Smasher CS-3, and I personally approve it. So there you go. I can't remember how much it was. I think it was between 150 and 200. A little bit more. It's a little bit more on top of the regular price, but definitely worth it. If you get one pedal out of all the pedals that I have, you should get that one. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have fun and slap at the bass.